Thank you. And for more, we're bringing in our political panel. We have Republican strategist Matt Klink, Democratic strategist David Carlucci. Welcome both. Matt, why don't we start with you tonight? Let's get your reaction to the prosecutor's audio of former President Biden being released now. What does it show and why does it matter now?
So I listened to all 5.5 hours today, and it's 5.5 hours of my life I'll never get back. Well, Robert Hur, when he released his report and said that Joe Biden was an elderly man with poor memory, he was resoundingly attacked, not only by the news media, but by Democratic politicians. Adam Schiff went off on Mr. Hur in a session when he was still in the House of Representatives, basically just tearing this guy apart, saying that he had an agenda. People said he was doing it so that he would be named a judge by a later Republican. And as it turns out, he was spot on. And we all saw what happened. So, I mean, look, this is becoming a big problem for Democrats. They want to move on and talk about anything but this. My only advice to them right now is you got 2 books coming out within the next 2 weeks to a month. Just get it all out there. Take your bitter pill right now so you don't have to talk about it in 2026. But they're going to have to answer questions about why the party writ large and the news media hid the fact that Joe Biden's mental capacity was not where it should have been.
Okay, so David, were Democrats and others in the administration willfully ignoring, even hiding these apparent changes from Biden himself?
I think it's clear that that's not the case. And to say that anyone was hiding anything, I mean, all of this information has been out there. And now the transcript, as my friend Matt has said, those are hours he's never going to get back. And it really didn't prove anything other. The thing that really annoys me is the fact of Democrats pointing fingers and blaming President Biden on why we lost the election, blaming Biden's circle. And the fact is, it's not that circle. It's the fact that we have a shrinking circle of voters because we refuse to expand the coalition. And that's what we need to do. We can't just win in New York and California. We have to win everywhere in between. That means we have to support candidates at the local level. And we have to support candidates that might not agree with every single piece of our platform. We should have pro-life Democrats. We should have pro-gun Democrats. It doesn't mean that we can't team up and get the speakership or win a Senate seat, and then claim the presidency. So I think this is maybe lethargic or cathartic for people in the inner circles, political pundits like ourselves, to point fingers and try to explain every reason why we lost, except for taking responsibility, looking in the mirror and saying we have to form a coalition and expand the tent, not shrink the tent.
Okay. And Matt, I saw you nodding at some points there. With the time we have, I do want to move on and talk about what Mills Hayes was just covering for us a moment ago. A TV producer saying he has pitched a reality show where immigrants vie for expedited legal status. Homeland Security is reviewing this plan. Is this a good idea?
No, it's a horrible idea, but it just goes to show you that the American public watches so much junk on TV. The fact that the producer of Duck Dynasty has pitched this, I mind you, he said not just to the Trump administration, but he pitched it to earlier administrations as well. People just need to have their head examined for pitching stuff like this. And the American people, there's so much more important things to do than to watch a show like that on television. Please do something else.
Okay, David, your thoughts on this proposed reality show?
Well, look, you know what? I think that we should document this process of how people actually go through the immigration process, because it's crazy. It's nuts. It doesn't work. And it needs to be brought into the 21st century. So I understand people and politicians pointing fingers about the border and illegal immigrants. Well, the fact is we need to expedite this process to make sure that people that do enter this country legally have a pathway forward. And I think it would do us well to understand a little bit about that process.
I mean, but David, it sounds like you're proposing a pretty dry documentary approach to this, and not this reality show.
Reality TV, David. They want the salacious.
That it deserves.
Log rolling in Wisconsin is not what immigration is not going to get someone into this country, or assembling a vehicle in Michigan. I mean, this is reality TV. It's just to capture eyeballs.
Okay.
Yeah, it's wacky, but I think we need to pay attention to the details and understand that some of these problems have just been a political football that no political party will touch, and we need to reform that process. As someone that's worked with immigrants for many years and trying to help them navigate the system, the process, it's bonkers.
I mean, David, I hear what you're saying is maybe a little more nuanced than this. I have to say it wasn't on my bingo card tonight that Matt would say absolutely no to this reality show. And David's like, we should give it another look. Maybe. Anyways.
Maybe
Matt,
change the idea of how it's done. But under the Trump administration, it seems like all you can do is possibly win a contest to actually get that immigration status or pay $5 million fee to the White House. And then maybe you can become a citizen. And that's unfortunate.
All right. We are out of time. But gentlemen, Matt Klink, David Carlucci, appreciate you both. Appreciate the perspectives. Thank you.
Thank you, David. See you, Natasha.
What week one?